Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Blurple versus BlueSteel. My opponent starts by inking a Chimpo and playing a Robin Hood. Immediately, we're waiting for the shift Robin Hood to come down on turn 3. I ink a Bell and pass. No one drop. Hate to see it, but Blurple doesn't really rely on it, so we're good. My opponent plays a Calhoun, quest for 1 with the Robin Hood and passes. I ink a Tipo, play a Tipo. Now I'm deciding what card to ink. The good thing about Tipo is that I can ink in an inkable card, you know. And usually that uninkable card, unfortunately, ends up being a Hades. Something we'll 100% need at the later game. My opponent shifts onto Big Robin Hood and then quests for a total of 3 and passes. I ink an Elsa. Four, I play a Genie, draw a card, and pass. I do not want to quest with Tipo because I know that Robin Hood is just gonna sweep it. Either the Robin Hood or the Calhoun. Most likely the Calhoun though, because if they quest with the Calhoun, they'll just get 1 lore. If they challenge with the Calhoun, they'll get 2 lore, and then Robin Hood gets 2 lore either way. So yeah, it would end up being the Calhoun that would have challenged into the Tipo. My opponent Zeus's the Genie and passes. I ink a Cogsworth. Play the castle. Put Tipo into the castle and pass. Still not questing with the Tipo. My opponent lets the Storm Rage on to Tipo, taking it out. They draw a card. And then they play a dog. They discard their hand, which is a single Stitch, which is a pretty good discard if you ask me, because they can just bring it back by discarding an inkable card. The good thing for me though is that I get to ink a card face down exerted from the top of my deck once they play it. And then they quest for 2 with the Robin Hood and put 3 damage into the castle with Calhoun and pass. I fast forwarded a bit. I inked the Finders Keepers, and then for 5, I play a Cogsworth, put Cogsworth into the castle, and pass. My opponent plays Stitch from the discard, discarding Tipo. Then he takes out the castle with Doc and Calhoun. Then he plays a Bell, and then he quests for 2 with the Robin Hood, putting him to 9 to my 0 and passes. I play a Hades, inking his Robin Hood, giving him 2 ink, but at this point it's worth it because we want to start breaking his board, even though he's 9 lore away from us. Because if you don't break his board, it's pretty much GG's. There's no coming back, especially with Blurple. So he's going to continue to quest, putting him to 14 to my 0. He passes, I draw. Cogsworth is gonna sing into the unknown, inking his Stitch. We don't want Stitch coming back from the discard, so we want to make sure it hits the inkwell where it can't come back. And Hades takes out the Calhoun, receiving 2 damage because of the Cogsworth's resist +1. Now we know for a fact that we want to remove the wardrobe because we don't want my opponent drawing 2 cards off of it. So we're going to play a Hades, ink the wardrobe, and then from here, I believe we pass. My opponent plays a Pluto, bodyguard, that's trouble. And then deals 1 damage because of Cogsworth to the Hades using Let the Storm Rage on. They play Sell the Azurite Sea, and they quest up to 16 to our 0. We ready up, draw. We play Bell, moving the 3 damage from Hades. Smart choice here would be Pluto. That way we can take him easily out with any of our characters. Cogsworth is gonna finish up the Pluto. I forget to put the 1 damage on the Cogsworth. And then the Hades take care of the rest of my opponent's characters. And I pass. My opponent plays a Seal the Azurite Sea, followed by a Robin Hood and another Pluto. I play a Hades on the Pluto, and then I quest up for a total of 8 lore. Nice. Now we're only half less than our opponent. My opponent just simply quests with the Robin Hood, putting him to 17 to our 8. Right now we have 10 lore on board. So we quest up with everybody for 10, putting us to 18 to my opponent's 17. And then for 5 we play an Elsa, take out the Robin Hood. Elsa takes 1 damage because of the Cogsworth. We pass. My opponent scoops it up, and Blurple takes the victory just in time. Alright, game 2. We're on the draw once again. My opponent starts off by playing a Robin Hood and passes. I ink a Fox, play a Popsicle, draw, and pass. No bell unfortunately, but that's okay. My opponent quests for 1 with the Robin Hood because there's nothing to threaten it, just in case he has the shift Robin Hood in his hand. I ink a Castle, play a Tipo, ink a Mystery card, and pass. My opponent plays a Tipo, inks an additional card, and then inks a card for turn. Quest for 1 with the Robin Hood since Tipo isn't enough to finish it off, and passes. I ink an Iago. Then for 4 I play a Genie, draw a card, and pass. I don't quest for the Tipo once again because I'm expecting the shift Robin Hood, and it would just take out my Tipo pretty much for free and gain him 2 lore. So here my opponent sings Zeus using Robin Hood to take out my Genie, then plays a Dock and passes. I ink a Cusco, play a Cogsworth, and pass. Still don't want to exert that Tipo. My opponent plays a Chimpo Bodyguard. We gotta take this card out because otherwise it's game over if he makes his board too wide and we don't have an out for it. I ink an Elsa, play Sell the Azurite Sea, not the card we want to see right now, but at least it helps us see the next card on the top of our deck, so maybe that's useful. We get to ink additionally, so we ink a Bell. We have a lot of good 5-cost characters, and I'm probably just picking which one would be best in this scenario. So I play a Bell. If I remember correctly, I had the Bell and an Elsa in hand. Elsa wouldn't really do much in this situation. And Belle, at least if I play her, even though she doesn't move any damage, she's still a 4/4 body, which can do some damage next turn. My opponent plays a Manor and then quests up with everybody. It's pretty much GG's. I play a Hades, inking the Chimpo. And then Belle and Cogsworth are going to take out the Robin Hood. Belle's going to take 2 damage because of the resist +1 given by Cogsworth, and Cogsworth is going to take the full 3 damage. Then I pop the Popsicle and decide to heal the Belle. We decided to heal the Belle just because we value it a little bit more than the Cogsworth because it's more damage output against my opponent's current board state. Tipo's gonna just deal 1 damage onto the Dock and pass. Yeah, and I think we have the Elsa in hand, that's why we wanted to set up the Dock with one damage counter just so Elsa can come in and take it out. My opponent lets go the Hades. Then yeah, I think here we realize there's not really much we can do. BlueSteel takes game 2. This time we're on the play. We start off by inking our friends on the other side and pass. My opponent inks a Tipo, plays a Robin Hood, and passes. As you can see, I have still the Azurite Seed in my hand. I ink a Finder's Keepers, play the Still the Azurite Seed, draw a card, ink a Tipo, play a Popsicle, draw an additional card, and pass. My opponent inks a Pete, games are free, plays a Tipo, inks a Mystery card, and passes. I ink a Goat, hate to see it, play a Genie, draw a card, pop the Popsicle, play a Bell, and pass. My opponent inks for 3. They shift onto Big Robin Hood. In the past few games, they've been singing Zeus onto my Genie. Let's see. Oh, alright. Nice. Our Genie survives for one more turn. They just quest for 2 and pass. I'll play a Cogsworth. Perfect. Cogsworth is legit the best against any steel deck. So Genie is going to quest for 2. And Bell remains ready because we don't want them to maybe let the Stormblade John onto the Bell and take it out with Robin Hood, gaining a lore, or 2 lore actually. My opponent plays a Pluto, quests with everybody, putting him to 5 to my 2, and then passes. Bell's gonna deal 3 damage onto the Pluto. Genie's gonna take out the Pluto, receiving no damage because of the Cogsworth resist +1. I'm gonna play an Elsa, take out the Tipo. Elsa takes no damage because of the Cogsworth as well. And just like that, we gained board control. For 3, my opponent plays a Stitch. I ink a card from the top of my deck, comes in face down and exerted. There's something about those cards that I don't like, that just inks a card face down and exerted from the top of the deck, because you don't get to see what it is, and it might be a card that you really need at the moment. So that's why I don't really run the Donald flat-footed detective, or you know, like back in the day, the one jump ahead, because you might be inking a key card that you're gonna need in the future of the game. My opponent had played a Grab Your Sword, not really dealing damage to my characters, but maybe it's set up for something. I play the Castle. So this card is going to give me a lot of advantage, especially now that my opponent has nothing to take it down. And I put Genie, Elsa, and Cogsworth inside of the castle. I'm at 10 lore to my opponent's 7. My opponent Zeus is the Elsa. So I ready up, gain 2 lore from the castle, draw 2 cards from the castle, and then draw for turn. But my opponent scoops it up. They see no way they can come back from that, and yeah, Blurple takes the match. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy questing!